So Melonie Mac has essentially gone Anita Sarkeesian, but just in another way. She's gone anti woke, but kind of in a from a Christian dogmatic perspective, which is something we do not want in the games. What I'm saying is, remember a long time ago, you guys probably don't remember. I don't know. Anita Sarkeesian would say it's wrong. These women in games, the way they're dressed and the bikinis and the revealing outfits, it's wrong because of the male gaze and men get off to it and all that stuff. It's wrong for that reason, right? That's what Anita Sarkeesian says. Of course, I don't agree with that. You don't agree with that. That's hogwash, right? Now you have Melonie Mac saying a similar thing, that these games with the revealing women, she brings up the first descendants as if that is as if she didn't praise Stellar Blade, as if she didn't praise that game, right? She did. She praised that game. She thought nothing was wrong with that game, right? And which, hey, there's nothing wrong with Stellar Blade. I like that. But the thing is, she will look at the game like First Descendants and be like, the way the women are dressed in that game in the thong and very revealing outfits and all that, it's wrong. But she's coming to the same conclusion, but from a different perspective, which is just so sad. It's just so sad to see. But I'm glad it finally revealed itself. And she'll double down and say that no, Tomb Raider, which is one of her favorite games, has never really been about has never really been about appealing to men in a sort of way that would be considered perversion. Never mind the fact that Lara Croft was designed to be hot for a reason. The character was designed to be hot, and there's many, many different outfits that she would wear, like the swimsuits, like the bikinis and all that, which were, of course, extremely hot. Never mind that she was what wasn't Lara Croft pretty much the 90s sex symbol for like gaming? It was either her, there was like Chung-Li, there's a few others, right? So like there's a reason for that. There's a reason why people were looking for mods to see what's underneath those clothes, right? Even though she already had revealing outfits. Now she'll say the original Tomb Raider did not. Okay, yeah, the original Tomb Raider with the it did not, but it quickly changed over time, and that is what it is there. And the reason why they changed it was obviously to have that sort of appeal. She's cool with Tomb Raider like that. She's cool with Stellar Blade. Never mind that Stellar Blade has all sorts of crazy outfits, glorious outfits, fantastic outfits that we like. Never mind the fact that there's what was it, the chainsaw game with a lollipop chainsaw. I forgot what that game's really called. Then you have like Metal Gear Solid with Quiet. You have you can throw Tifa in there. Yeah, Final Fantasy VII. With the huge busts and all that. There's a lot of Bayonetta. There's a lot of games that have characters with revealing outfits and all that stuff, and that's great. We love that stuff. We eat that stuff up. Like every fighting game has those characters. They're fun. People like to see those characters on screen for a reason. They're fun to watch. Yeah, and they serve multiple purposes there. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's always been a little bit of an element of perversion, if you will, there. And there's nothing wrong with that there. But you have Melonie Mac saying that it is because of sin and all that stuff. Look, Melonie Mac, I'm glad you found Jesus and all. That's for you, and I'm glad. But kind of like if I'm looking for a sermon, I'll go to a church. Okay? And I do go to a church, and they don't tell me that I'm a loser for the games that I like to play. Okay? Because I don't really care about what their opinion is. Okay? I just don't. Okay? At the end of it all, it's between me and God. All right? That's the way I look at it. And you know what? I'll say this another thing too. Melonie Mac, you shouldn't be throwing stones if you live in a glass house. And you totally do. What? You're pushing 40. You're not married. I'm sure you've had partners in the past. So that means you've had interactions in the sheets out of wedlock. That's a huge sin. I'm sure your life has been all sorts of sin, right? Do you want to hear from us about all the stuff you've done? That'd be all sorts of bad. Do you want to hear that? No, you probably don't, right? That's why we don't want to hear from you. We don't want to hear it from you. If you want to talk like that, that's cool. You can do what you want on your channel. That's fine. But yeah, people are going to leave. They're going to go away, and rightly so. Because it used to be about like, oh, you know what? This censorship is wrong. Let's not let them do this stuff. But now it's like you do want it, but you want it from the other perspective. And let me tell you something. You get it from that other perspective. You give them an inch, they'll take a mile. If you had a council of religious people, of Catholics, a council of Catholics looking at the video games to eliminate perversion, it'll end up the same way that the feminists did. It will. The women in the video games will be covered up. The bust will be reduced. All that will be reduced because it would be. In my evidence of that is look at how America was in the past. You could just look at previous historical societies where there was like more of a dogmatic view, okay, and how that worked out. But I'm just some guy. But I'm a guy spitting facts here. Melonie Mac. You just crashed out, man.